getting a load of water, 2,500 gallons, here up the draw with our water tender truck. This can shuttle water to our big trailer that has the chemical and fertilizer and water on it out in the field, so that trailer can always stay with the sprayer. Getting it loaded up from our 10,000 gallon tank that we have here at this spring. It's got an overflow built into it, so once the spring water fills it all the way to the top, it flows down here and out an overflow pipe under the road down to the creek. And you can, in the winter, if you don't want it to be filled up with water, you just bypass it completely and let the spring water just go straight from the spring underground down underground to the creek. Next generation crew out exploring while we fill it. We're just gonna pump some water out of this red water truck into the bigger water tank here on this trailer that I filled the sprayer out of. And later on in this video, we're gonna show you how we mix and load the sprayer. So just gotta turn these valves on. Come back here, turn that valve on. When we're ready, we'll turn this valve on and start pumping some water in. Well, let's go ahead and get this sprayer filled up. First thing we got to do, take the cap off, hook up our fill hose. We're using 3-inch line for a quick fill. Now, we'll open this up, this front fill that we put on our sprayer. Now that we got the water filled up, we're going to start pumping some in. And as we pump water in, we'll mix our chemicals in with it and keep it all stirred up. Suck it right into the water as it's coming through. Keep our protective equipment in here. I always wear gloves when I'm mixing chemicals. Depending on the chemical, I'll also wear a face shield, or on these that are less caustic, I'm just going to wear glasses for my eyes. So this is a dry flowable, which is little tiny granulars that'll dissolve in water. So we'll turn on the circle of some water circling around in here, and it'll mix this stuff in really well. I'm gonna need 3 jugs of this for this mix. So we've got some of our broadleaf chemical and big chemical totes that we have thousands of acres to spray and go through quite a bit. It makes it a lot less jug. Gotta turn the valve on, it sucks out of the bottom of this tote, turn this valve on, start pumping and watch the meter. I just kind of rinse out the end of this with some water after I got in the 7.5 gallons of that liquid broadleaf herbicide I needed. Another broadleaf weed herbicide. This one has sticker mixed in with it, so I don't have to put the sticker in separate. The sticker makes it's kind of stick to the plants better, or be a water conditioner, and spread it out to find droplets so that we get better coverage. All right, now we're going to put in our fungicide. This is propiconazole. It's a pretty inexpensive fungicide compared to some of the others out there. And it might not do as much compared to them, but it takes care of stripe rust, which is usually our major pest in wheat. So we're putting a little bit of that in. 1 jug is all it takes per load, the way 2.5 gallons in a standard jug. All chemical containers need triple rinse, so you get all residue out of them. So you just keep rinsing them until the water is clear. Then before we get rid of the jugs, we stab holes in them so that no one will try to reuse them, because they don't want people taking chemical jugs and using them for something else. It's kind of the rule at the garbage transfer station too. Now, in the back tank I have fertilizer. I put 1 gallon an acre of fertilizer on. Some of it's for the plant health, but also mainly to help the grassy weeds want to take that fertilizer in, so they'll take in the chemical better that way too. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the fertilizer on, turn the water off, and I'm putting in 80 gallons for my 80 acre bed. Measure out. So we got a scale here, and we'll go ahead and put that on there, zeroed out. We'll hit tare to make it 0 for the weight of that. And I need 1.5 pounds of this. Another dry flowable for grasses. This helps us with our wild oats. And you have to have a knife to cut the seals out of them. Double sealed. Okay, 1.5 pounds. Top off the water to fill up our tank, and we're off to